Well, hello, this is John at the Home Caregiving Channel. Our topic is today is a hard one. When you get into continuous care and when you get into hospice, they will give you a blank uh, death certificate, and that's hard because I had to do it with my loved one because I didn't know her side that well. So I knew her mom and dad had passed, but I didn't know what they passed of or when they passed. So I had to sit down. I didn't want to, but I had to, and talk to my love about her death certificate. And well, that was hard, but it needed to be done. It needed to be done. But after all is said and done, after you can think you can go no more ever again another day, and your loved one passes away, you've got to decide before that what you are going to do with their body. You have traditional funerals. It costs a lot of money nowadays. You can spend easy $30,000. Or you could cremate. I see on Google there's free cremations out there, or up to 1,100, 1,500. Or there's another option. There's another option. I, what I did with my loved one, we agreed to this, and possibly when you fill out the death certificate, you can talk about this too. What are we going to do with your body? But my wife and I agreed that I would donate her body to a medical school, UT Southwestern in Dallas. So we was in hospice. They had told me it's getting close. They had said, the RN came in and said, I'm on call this weekend. If it happens, call me. So when you're in hospice, you don't have to have the police come in. You don't have to have an investigation done that you didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? You just call your hospice RN on call, and he will come over and give the time of death. Then what else happens that day is he will ask you for tea or coffee, and he will get a gallon bag or something, a shopping bag or something. He'll get something. He'll put some tea and coffee or whatever is in that gallon bag. Then he'll put all the narcotics, because you have narcotics in your home and didn't know it. Yeah, but they'll take all the narcotics and throw them in, crush them, throw them in there, and make sure that squish the liquids out of it into there. You have morphine and little liquid things. And excuse me, I am so sorry. My nose gets to. But all the narcotics go in that bag, out of the capsule, out of the tubes, and then he puts water in that and shakes it up and throw it in the trash. Then you and him have to sign a document that tells the day, the time, and who, full names, destroyed the narcotics. So I had to sign the narcotics. He signed it. enough said. It was done. It was gone. I didn't even think about having narcotics in my home. And hospice don't advertise it. They'll just put this on. This for paid. But that's crazy days now. Before your loved one passes, you've got to do that death certificate. And it's crazy as all get up. It goes back to the primary doctor. The primary doctor does whatever they do with it, then they send it to the county of your residence. So once your loved one passes, give it 10, 15 days or so. Then go down to your county, pay whatever you want to pay for how many copies of it. And you have life insurance. Some may, most do not ask for that. But other banks and stuff like that, you never know. You never know if somebody wants that. So get at least 2 copies. I got 4 or 5 copies because I didn't know about life insurance yet. And my life insurance with 3 or 4 different companies. I just told my loved one passed away. Okay. They sent a check. But it's crazy. Crazy time in caregiving. There's not a day go by that something crazy doesn't happen. And you will think, wow, it's so crazy all the time. What's the crazy thing going to rise up today? But before they pass away, it's the death certificate. And that's real hard to do with them, but they know their side better than you do. Because remember, by this time, you are nothing left to give. Your mind's exhausted, your body's exhausted, your soul is exhausted, and you have nothing left to give. But still, you have to take care of your loved one. There's nobody jumping in to help you. When we get in continuous care, no one is with you outside of 1 or 2 people, mostly family or a couple friends. And that's so mind-boggling when that bedridden time hits. I hope you have a Hillrom bed in by then. I hope you have done research by then. I hope you've done what I've asked you to do with that book, my program book, because I'm giving it away free to every state and all societies, up to 100. And then you will experience something that you never experienced. Because on caregiving, especially continuous care, you're on go. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care how exhausted you are. You're on go. When the body leaves the home, go stops. You're on stop. Now, you've been on go. I was on go for 7 years, and all of a sudden, stopped. It was like a Forrest Gump out there running across America. Then he thought one day, stop. I'll quit running. That's what it's like. Stop. 1, 2 minutes seems like 1 or 2 hours. I couldn't go to big groups, i.e. church. My world was a living room with my wife. That was my world for 7 years. I couldn't drive 75 miles an hour. I could drive 55 miles an hour. It's crazy. It's crazy what you're reduced down to by the end of caregiving. It's crazy. And guess what? There's a new normal. Death do us part. She's gone. Right? Mom or dad, they're gone. Right? A new normal without them. You will grieve. I told myself I'd grieve. I grieved all the way through caregiving. I ain't gonna grieve. Boy, was I wrong. I grieved and I grieved big. It affected me tremendously. The grief of not loving my wife like I did in caregiving. That was beautiful. That was beautiful love. That was pure love. Sacrificial love. Slavery love. I was a slave to her. But before my time leaves, I just want to remind you that you're going to have to decide what happens to the body. It's is what it is. You hear me say this in every video. It is what it is. And you have to do something with the body. Yeah. I. It's me here, and I'm probably a lot different than you. That's what I'm trying to say. However you go on this issue of what do you do with the body, that's your decision. There's no changing it after you say, do it this way. And when the body's gone, the body is gone. The soul went to heaven, I pray. Oh, I hope. But some people just don't get it. I don't know why. They just don't get it. But it is what it is. You can't explain it. You can't understand it. It is what it is. You just got to do it. Now you might, but I doubt it. You might be able to pawn it off to somebody in the family to do it. Shame on you if you do that. But it is what it is. And I leave you with the thought that when you get to this time, know God loves you. I believe God really loves caregivers because it's sacrificial. Because of our love, we become slaves. I chose to be. I told my wife at diagnosis, I'll take care of you. I didn't know what the heck I was saying. Ooh, I didn't know it was going to be this dangerous. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was going to have to starve her to death for 19 days. Ugh, that was bad. That was nasty. But it is what it is. And that helps you to get through it. So God is in control. Let him control things for you. And be blessed because God does love you. I really believe he loves a good caregiver because I know the love he gives me is wow. I've never had a relationship. I'm ordained and I've never had a relationship with God like I do now. Well, my time's out, so I pray that these videos are helping you, and I hope that time you become an outstanding caregiver and one that stays with it, one that goes through the grind, and at the end, you know you did your best. Bye-bye for now. This is John at the Home Caregiving Channel saying goodbye.